Good morning, caregivers. It's Carol with Let's Talk Dementia Live on Facebook. Glad you've chosen to join me this morning. I've got my phone turned the exact same way I've been turning it for the last while. Sometime anyway. And it came up and told me to turn my phone. So I may be upside down on your screen. I just don't know. Technical difficulties the child is having. But I want to thank our sponsors for our show that we bring to you every Monday through Thursday morning. HD Imports on Flint Street Extension in Rock Hill. You can reach them at 803-985-0985. They will maintain and repair your Honda, Hyundai, Kia, Toyotas, and Acuras. Tell them Carol sent you. And Life in the Carolinas, the award-winning television show. You can find them at lifeinthecarolinas.com and also on YouTube. Talked with their producer, Mr. Carl White, and the host of that show, and he's going to be coming out to do a final interview with me regarding my mama's journey and a follow-up story from the award-winning show that he did about mama called Remembering No More. I hope you'll tune in and find that show and enjoy watching it. Some of you folks, Miss Terry and May, that are watching, tell me if I'm upside down on the screen or not, because I think I might be. Well, my world's upside down, so it kind of would go along. So today is Tips on Tuesday, and don't know if I have too many tips for you. I had something new I was going to tell you about that you may know about that I did not, and I've learned in my mama's journey so far. Terry says, yep. Terry, does that mean I'm upside down or I'm not upside down? Write back and tell me in a little more detail. But mama is still with us. She is very, very weak. Mama had her last bite last Thursday, and she's only drinking as we drop water from a straw into her mouth, which I am not good at. I can spill that stuff everywhere. My little sister is much better than I am. Mama have orange drink running everywhere. Terry says, being sideways right now is very apropos for our life. Isn't that the truth, Terry? Terry has just a week ago lost her daddy, so she's knowing what's going on with me. So thank you, Terry, for writing. But anyway, she is only drinking from a straw and not a lot of that. And her breathing is very, very shallow. So I said in my little preview to today's show that I do at 7:45, which I barely had makeup on in time to do. You don't want me to do it without makeup. I said I was going to tell you about Cheyne Stokes breathing. So I'd left Mama for a little while a few days ago. I believe it was Sunday, to go home and get a shower. All the staff was glad I did. And came back, and my niece, who is, respiratory therapist, and her husband, who is a pharmacist, were here. And she said, Aunt Carol, my mom or grandma is doing Cheyne stoking. And I went, my mama ain't never smoked a cigarette in her life. What are you talking about, chain smoking? She said, not chain smoking. She's doing Cheyne stoking. And for those of you who are saying my face is sideways, yep, I know. Just ignore it, okay? Just pretend I did it on purpose, okay? Cheyne stoking is Cheyne Stoking. It's named after Dr. Cheyne and Dr. Stokes. And it's a breathing that is a form of apnea. And she says, this one says, please turn camera around. But see, this is what happens when I do. You can't turn it around mid-time. Sorry, Stephanie. You just can't do it. So Cheyne stoking, or Cheyne Stokes breathing, is a form of apnea that is present in the last days of life. And what it looks like is you breathe somewhat normally as you can breathe at that time, for 3, 4, 5 breaths, whatever, and then you don't breathe. Your heart still beats, but you are not breathing. And then once you get through that segment of not breathing, the person takes a deep, gasping breath to fill the lungs, and then they will breathe normally for a while later. Well, my mama had started Cheyne Stokes breathing on Saturday and did it on Sunday, and then she didn't do it yesterday, and then yesterday evening late she started doing it again, and she did it until this morning. And then I decided, I had woken up after sleeping a few hours and looked over and didn't see any respirations at all. Of course, you know, that's not fun, that's scary. And I reached over and touched and realized that her she's doing belly breathing. She's not breathing from her chest. She's breathing from her belly. And her belly was just going up this small little amount. I had to put my hand to feel it. I couldn't see the blanket move or the sheet moving or anything. Very, very shallow respirations. It's just part of the process. So that's a new term for you that one day you may need to know about. Cheyne Stokes breathing. Not chain smoking. That's different. So it has been a journey. Yesterday I had I was calling my friend Charlotte, and her husband Joe answered, and he said, "Carol, how is your mama?" And so quickly I almost said, "Oh, Mama's not doing good." But then it hit me. And I said, Joe, Mama's got one job to do right now, and that's dying, and she's doing it so beautifully. I know of so many stories of people in their last days who are dying, and they are miserable, and they're in pain, and they flail, and they hallucinate, and just, every imaginable awful way to die. And not that they had control over that, it's just how it happened for them. But Mama's just laying there. She'll mumble something every now and again. I told you yesterday, one of the things she said, she's kind of funny. A little while ago, she said, oh Lord, I want to leave." But most of the time, I don't know what she's saying. But she's very peaceful. And she's just laying with her teddy bear that I gave her for Valentine's. It's super soft on her chest. One foot in one hand and one foot in the other, squeezing them or holding it tight, with a peaceful look. So my mama is doing the one thing that she is supposed to be doing right now, which is trying to wing her way to heaven, and she's showing us graceful, beautiful dying. What a gift that is, don't you think? That is something you can give, if you can give it to your family as a remembrance of the last days or hours. I'm thankful for that. I am hoping that the Lord just wings her right on home and hugs her really big. So one of you fine people, I don't remember who it was, sent me a picture that says First Moments in Heaven, and it's an elderly woman, a senior citizen woman, running into the arms of Jesus, and he grabs her and he hugs her, and she throws herself to him, and her legs are around his body. It's the coolest picture. And this person said, "Your mama's going to be doing this soon." Somebody else wrote and said, "Your mama's going to entertain them in heaven with her humor." I think that's entirely possible. Johnny Cash used to sing a song, I got shoes, you got shoes, all God's children got shoes. When I get to heaven, I'm going to take off my shoes and walk all over God's heaven. Then he was going to dance all over God's heaven. Well, my mom not going to take off her shoes, because me and her both are shoes girls. We're going to keep them shoes on, and we're going to have lots of good shoes. And we're going to put on our best high heel shoes, because my mama could wear some heels and dance all over God's heaven. Yep. I'm telling you, the angels dance before the throne of the Lord, so I don't know why we wouldn't dance too. I sure hope so, because this white girl's grooves are not that good. I could use some good grooves. And I believe in heaven we're going to dance. What y'all think? I think so. And my mama's working towards doing that dancing in heaven, and I try when I'm feeling sad and I feel it bubbling up in my eyes to think about, that's what my mama's going to do. I don't know what's going on in your caregiving journey. I'm here to help you. I'm not a lot of help right now. I'll just admit that. I'm not doing a whole lot of reaching out to other folks at the moment, but I'm always going to be here in the future to try to be a source of help for you. And in this journey that I'm going through with Mama in passing, it's not something I could have talked to you about before, but now I will be able to. And I know that God's going to take this experience and help others. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about hospice more in detail. Mama's been on hospice since Thursday of last week, and wow. 3 visits yesterday. 3 different people from the hospice organization that came to see her, and what a blessing that is. Maybe not so much to Mama, but to me and my sisters. And I had a question last night, and I could call them, and they said, "Do you want us to send a nurse out?" It was midnight. I said, "No, it's okay. We'll send somebody right out." I said, "No, it's okay." That kind of help is amazing, and then the wonderful group home that she's in. So tomorrow we're going to talk about hospice, and if you have questions tomorrow, you can type them in on your screen, and hopefully I'll be able to read them, and I won't be sideways. Maybe I'll be straight up, but don't count on it. Just don't count on it. Thank you to the person who wrote in just a few minutes ago and said for everybody just to turn their phone I'm doing the best I can do right now. And I'm upside down or sideways. Well, that's what my world is. So thank you for joining us on Let's Talk Dementia live on Facebook. Check us out at letstalkdementia.org. You'll find a whole bunch of good stuff there. All our resources are there and everything's listed. We will be speaking at Trinity United Methodist Church in June. I think it's June 19th. Is that a Saturday? I left my calendar at home, but I think that's right. At 10 a.m. presentation there. Let's Talk Dementia with a Splash of Humor. Would love for you to join us, and you can find information about that on my Facebook page. So check that out. Thanks to our sponsors, HD Imports, Flint Street Extension in Rock Hill, 803-985-0985. Give Mike a call. And Life in the Carolinas at lifeinthecarolinas.com. Look for that show, Remembering No More, and pretty soon you're going to see the follow-up to that. I think they're going to be here in the next few days to interview me and my thoughts about dying. I got thoughts about it. All right, you guys, have a good day. Go hug your people. And I don't care who your people are, whether they're sick or healthy as horses. I don't know how healthy a horse is, but very, very healthy. Go hug your people. You know, you're going to wish you had one day if you don't. And if they can respond back to you when you ask them a question, be thankful for that. My mama can't. I wish she could. Anyway, enough of that mushy junk. Have a good day. See y'all tomorrow. I might be sideways. I might not be. Can't tell. See ya. Bye.